yeah, sometimes you're so focused on trying to feel better that you're actually harming yourself. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be here for you. I took a short break for like almost a month, but I'm back. I mean, I never went really far. I am holding my camera right now, so I hope that I don't move too much. Today I want to talk about emotional health and emotional well-being. And the way I want to talk about it is to talk about the difference and similarities between feeling too much, like feeling too emotional, and feeling like you're overwhelmed by emotions, whether it's intensity and or quantity of emotions, and the difference between that, and also not feeling enough emotions, or if I could say, feeling a bit cold inside or feeling like you don't feel anything. First off, really quickly, why do I think they have similarities? Because in a way you might think, but these are opposites, like how can they have similarities? I believe that in both scenarios, it's actually that there is a part of you who do not want to feel anything. Because what is it to have too many emotions or too intense? You will think like, oh my god, I cannot feel this way, or oh, this is too intense for me to feel, hence I should not feel it, or I should try to block myself because this is too intense, or this is too much emotions. And the same thing goes for feeling a bit cold or feeling like a bit dead inside and not feeling anything. That is you already blocking yourself from feeling any emotion. It's just that you're not conscious of it, which in a way you did a good job blocking your emotions, so that's great in a way. It's just that it's maybe not a big long-term strategy if you want to have a certain emotional health, or as everyone says, mental health. They go together, emotional health and mental health. I hope I'm not moving too much. So if you feel too intense, if you feel too many emotions, or too intensely, or both, like too many emotions, too intense, everything, I don't know, like someone says a small thing and you overreact, or you feel threatened, or it's too difficult to deal with your emotion, you might watch my other videos and be like, no, I don't want to get in touch with my emotions. That's not what I want to do. I want to decrease their intensity. Yeah, that's great. You can do that. You can obviously meditate and decrease intensity of emotions. That is one type of strategy. But what I would suggest to do today is to first off take the time with yourself to write down all the emotions that you feel. And if you feel 20 emotions, write them all down. Now, I gave that trick to some people lately, and they told me, yes, but I'm scared that someone might read it. To be honest, a lot of people told me that, weirdly, like, oh, I'm scared someone might read it. It's understandable. What you can do is still write them all down, but burn it afterwards, or I don't know, tear it apart and throw it in the garbage. Like, that's a thing that you can do. But it's really helpful to write all the emotions, because you have another grasp on what you're feeling, and afterwards you realize, and that's why it's important to do that trick, you realize that you might have a lot of emotions that are related or are almost the same, because sometimes you feel like it's 20 emotions, but at the same time it's like only maybe 1 or 2 emotions. It's just that you feel so intense that it feels like 200, or you know, a big amount. So by writing them all down, it helps you have a different perspective. Now, the point here is not to rationalize or to have a rational mind over your emotions. That's really not my approach, and I do not think that's always helpful to do that. And I can explain that in another video. But my idea is just to get a different perspective and to realize what type of emotions do you feel exactly. From that, try to see what is only one main emotion that is more intense than the other ones. If you feel like 20 emotions, you try to see, okay, what is one emotion that I can right now make some space for? Let's say it's anger. All right, like you wrote down 20 different emotions, you went into that process of perspective. By the way, it might not take a long time. Like, it's not a huge long time process, so you can easily even go in the bathroom and do it quickly, like if you're at work, for example. And let's say from that list, you got anger that is the most intense, or that you feel is the most intensely felt. Then try to see how you can make space for that emotion. How can you be like, okay, I have that emotion, I'm gonna make space for it. And by making space, I just mean having this posture of allowing it to be within yourself. And it can only be for a few seconds. The aim of this is for you to allow yourself to feel and to tell yourself that all parts of yourself are allowed to have a voice, to have a feeling, to be heard. And what does that do? It calms you down actually way much more than if you're trying to straightly meditate or trying to calm it down. It really helps to give yourself that space that you're allowed to feel. I know it might sound a bit abstract or it might sound a bit weird, but it really helps you long term. My arm hurts a bit. I need to find a solution with this. So that was a quick overlook of about if you feel too many emotions. Let me know if that was helpful or if you need a bit more clarification on that. Now, if you do not feel a thing, like you feel cold inside, you don't feel any emotions or anything as such, it might be because you recently got a shock. Any emotional shock, it could be small, it could be big. A lot of people feel cold or cold-hearted after a breakup, for example, because it's too much, so they cut themselves. That's what I experienced when I got my biggest breakup. For I think 2 months, I was not able to feel anything. I was just like dead inside. And in a way, you need to give yourself time. There's no point forcing yourself to feel more or to do anything. I mean, sometimes you just need time to process. There are things processing internally within yourself every day. Trust yourself in that process and you will come along. Like, don't worry about it. But if it really bothers you, the one thing that you can do is to connect to physical sensations. So most likely you didn't lose your physical sensation. If you have, then maybe go check a doctor, but most likely you haven't. So you can try to concentrate on what do you feel physically. Do you feel cold, warm? Take a warm bath, try to see how it feels. Brush your hair, how it feels. Like, try to focus on physical sensation. And what will that do? It will reconnect yourself with your body, because sometimes when we're disconnected from emotional, we're also disconnected from our bodies. So that was a really quick video on like the difference between feeling too much emotional and feeling not enough or feeling cold. And it has been a long time I wanted to do this video. I have a lot of videos coming up on different topics, but I would love to hear from you what interests you really about emotional well-being, emotional health. What is one type of emotion that maybe you struggle more with, or that you feel you have issues connecting with? There is so much to debunk about emotions, and there's so many things to explore, and I'm learning every day, and it's so interesting to experience different things with yourself. Like, try to see what feels good, try to see what feels not good. Sometimes trying to feel good can not feel good. I hope this is clear, but yeah, sometimes you're so focused on trying to feel better that you're actually harming yourself. That's another topic. But yeah, one video that I really want to post soon is anxiety about COVID and anxiety about losing your job and things like that. It's a topic that a lot of people tell me about and that I experience as well for myself. So I think it could be interesting to have a discussion about it. It's coming up. Stay tuned. Really, you're amazing. And let me know down in the comments, what did you think about this video? And also let me think, what would be one type of emotion that you would like to explore a bit more? Let me know in the comments and let's explore emotions together. It can only be beneficial for you and me to learn about emotions and learn how to deal with our own emotions and learn how to accept ourselves a bit more and process things that can be difficult to process sometimes. So thank you for being awesome. Subscribe to this channel and I will see you soon. Yeah.